Yes, Show FMers, it's me, FM Cheetah. You can call me Matt. Welcome back to episode 16. Yes, this time it is 16 of the Rams rebuilt. Two very big games. I know I said that last time, but these are big ones. The first away to Chelsea here at Stamford Bridge. The second, a home game to Leicester. And that Leicester game is important. Let's take a look.
Stay blue must watching, helping and fight, guiding.
All right, here is the table proper. Here we are in third place. Everyone's played 32 games. Well, in fact, not everyone. We can see Villa, Forest, and Southampton, all relegation candidates, will have got a game in hand. But in terms of the top four, we've all played 32 games. You'll see Chelsea and Liverpool uh, equal points. One goal is the goal difference, and we are 1 point away from both those two teams. So, look, if we get a win over Chelsea away, which, if I'm honest, I'm not expecting, a draw would be great. A draw would be good just to kind of keep that spot. That'd be excellent. It will keep, as you can see, immediately below us. Man City, 58 points, so 5 points ahead of us. Even if they get a win, a draw will still give us a bit of breathing room. And just below them on 55 points, yes, that's Leicester. And we've got a few games to go here, and that Man City and Leicester are very, very close. If they both start sort of lifting the game, performing well, and we slip, we'll find ourselves outside of the Champions League. That's it. Now, it's tempting to talk about the title. I did make that mistake once during the game and saw a poor reaction. Um, but and let's be honest, I mean, it's not very likely. But whatever points we can get here, a win over Leicester, and if we can take points from Chelsea, that would be great. That would be great. Now, let's have a look at what's happened since you were last here. So we weren't here all that long ago for the surprising 4-2 home win over Liverpool and that hard-fought 2-2 draw at home to Man U. 3 games since that, a 1-0 away win to Wolves. That was super tight, as the score would suggest. A 4-1 away victory over Leeds. Yeah, that was pretty comprehensive. And then, and fortunately, a 2-2 draw to Newcastle, which I believe we gave up those goals, didn't we? Yeah, no, Dwight McNeil scored them, then Zaniolo. That's right. No, it was a comeback late in the first half, then in the second half. Then you'll see in the 70 minutes, if you can see that, Guimaraes was sent off. So, of course, I poured forward to try and get 3 points, but we couldn't do it. So it was 2-2. You know, not great. You'd like to take 3 points with any of those kind of teams at home. But, it has been our luck that often when we do get a draw, that the teams around us draw. Luck. That's all it is. Anyway, we've had a couple of very long episodes lately. Let's cut to the mustard. The mustard? The chase? The thing? Anyway, let's have a game. Okay, opposition instructions. They want us to go positive. Do we really want to go positive away? Lower line engagement. I mean, the suggestions don't seem to have proven wrong. And you see, I'm clicking things. Actually, before we just go forward there, let's have a look here. So it's on the front, okay, he's one of the youngsters. I think he is actually a wonder kid, but he was 20, I think, so we couldn't bring him into the initial Derby squad. Abada, that's the Israeli, I think, from Celtic. Okay, he's quite good. Asensio, very solid. Whenever I've thought about doing a sort of rebuild Real Madrid save, you look at him and think, wow, he's really good. Chalabar, so we've got two very deep lying midfielders. So they're going to try and sort of skip our midfield and go straight to their forward line. And then that back line, I mean, Gvardiol, excellent. Koulibaly, of course, Reece James, I mean, absolute weapon. And Chilwell's pretty solid as well. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not terrified. Perhaps that's a bad thing. Anyway, let's get going. Yes, we've got some tired people. There's been internationals or just long breaks, and we've been able to rest players who are injured rather than throw them in the under 21s because I want them sort of as fit as I can. There's only a few games left of the season. So let's make the most of it, I think. Um, let's try and keep them fresh. We're out of all the cup competitions, which is great. Happy with that. Slanina's back. Gabby Slanina's back. Anyone else back? Of course, Evans. He came back last episode. I think just we got 60 minutes of him, so he'll be starting today. Nacho was, I think, maybe he was injured, and Yasser was playing for him. Yeah, yeah. Who's on the bench for Chelsea? On the bench for Chelsea, Calvert-Lewin on the bench for Chelsea. Injury prone Calvert-Lewin. A lot of youngsters. Skriniar on the bench. Hey, would you not put Skriniar on for Koulibaly? I mean, just in game terms. Hmm. Okay. I mean, I don't know what to think of that. Anyway, media. Hmm. It's getting a little weak. Might have to sort of change that up a little bit, I think, in a few games. Let's talk about trust. Kaiki, he's not particularly fussed, but at least he's not worried. Um, we want to score first, but it's not essential. What are your thoughts about the recent run of fixtures? Been tough. It makes us a stronger team. He's been playing very well, and we're excited about how he is playing. I'm very nervous about these changes. The lower line could work, and kind of makes sense in terms of these away games. Not sure about the positive nature of things, but maybe you need that to offset the lower line. There it is. Super tight. I didn't notice the other teams playing, but we can maybe check that out. Um, all first just like that, jumpy. We'll keep an eye on how the sideline view is going during the course of the game. It's a quick look here. So Man U at home to West Ham, Leicester at home to Tottenham. City, oh, Leeds just scored against City. Nice. I want to jinx it. I won't look. Okay. Wow. Kind of cleared. Why is it so jumpy? I did reset the computer as well. Fresneda goes long, finds Evan. Yeah, it's just so jumpy. Sorry, guys. Garnacho shoots and it's wild. Um, I'll keep it going for a little while. For the next highlights like that, we'll drop it back to the it is because this is that right now. As much as I hate it, I don't know what's happening there. Wait a second. Here you go. Nyoto card. Oh, that's still jumpy. Why is it so jumpy? All right, 2D it is. Sorry. I mean, I don't hate 2D, but I'd rather have the joys of 3D. Let's do an encourage. They are 6 shots for three. We're four, but nothing on target. Okay, here we go. Butter with a throw in. It's James. You know he's going to shoot. Looks like the post saved us in. Hard to tell in 2D. 9 shots, three on target. We're 5 for 0. All right, we're in 40 minutes. A lot of poor performances. A lot of tired people out there. Why is everyone so tired? Scott's having a bad game. Nyoto is tired and having a bad game. Everyone's kind of tired and pretty ordinary as we go into half time. 0-0. Let's get in the dressing room. Things need to improve. Nyoto has to come off, I think. So Hendrick's on the bench. I will bring him on. Who's that 6'4"? Alex Scott. What's going on? Okay, so Spencer Gear's coming on. I'll leave. Fresneta's tired, but he's having a not bad game. Crikey on the 6'5". Doing a lot of 6'5". Really, I really think that's probably the toughest part of the Wonderkids series is central defenders, the quality central defenders, consistent ones at that age. And we lost, our two best, of course, in Traitorous Dog, Antonio Silva, and also Scalini. Fortunately, going forward, obviously, it's going to be less of an issue, but they were so good to begin with. Very tempted to swap Kaiki out on a 6'5", but I'll leave it for now. Two substitutions will do. Do I want to change to balance? Um, I mean, shots on target aren't great, but there are shots at least. I'll leave it for now, I think. Let's see. Let's see how these two boys go. We didn't give them a personal G up. Damn. Here we go. Highlight. Lavia finds Lewis. Matches on the ball. Cuts in. Lavia finds Bensegear. We're going straight to balance. Here we go. Now we can see in 3D. Lavia, who's just the star he's become. Ben Seguir. He's even right foot. Dear idea. What a legend. All right, we'll go the keep calm. Calm down. Let's keep them calm. I've stepped back to balanced. I don't know if it's such a great idea, but that will do for now. Okay, so 60 minutes. Istevez is coming on for Fresneda. He's tired and his form is dropping a little bit. The other 6-5 is Lavia. How is Montero in the center of the park? I'm actually, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because um, I don't want, one, he doesn't play enough, but I don't need two people tearing forward at this stage. Let's do that. Pump the fist, make an impact. Others are always happy. Right. And we go straight to a high like interceptor doe, Calvert Lewin. Come on, fellas. Come on. Come on, Arbiter. Come on. Oganaganasha finds it, but he doesn't get far enough. Habits. Come on. Let's hold off. Vardiol. Come on. Let's get that ball. We're pressing. Let's get the ball. Oh dear. Asensio finds Chalabar. Trevor Chalabar. Yeah, okay. Hmm. Okay, 70 minutes. Skriniar's playing in midfield. Highlight. Ben Seguir goes long. It's Evan. Goes out wide to Rooney. Ben Seguir. Phillips. Rooney. Almost a second goal. Okay. So we've got one more change to make. Wow, why is everyone so tired? I'll tell you the change I'm going to make. I'm going to make, um, he's injured. I'm going to bring Hendrick off. Sorry, mate, he is injured. So I'm going to bring Samir Henry on. We'll play him on support. And then we're going to go shorter passing, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Pump the fist. Look at him. He's happy. Happy, happy chappy. 15 minutes. All right. Last 10 minutes of the game. I want to change too much. 16 shots, 6 on target for Chelsea. We've only had the one on target. It's the one we scored. But shots are looking pretty good. All right. I'm not going to do that yet. We are going to just drop the pressing a little bit though. 5 minutes of injury time. I'm going to hold off just for a little bit longer. Just for a little bit longer. Okay, there it is. There it is. It's getting tense. It's getting tense. The seconds are ticking. The seconds are ticking. How is that? How is that? Wow. Wow. What an important win. Can I see? So we're going to find out now when I click next whether Man City beat Leeds. Because if they didn't, we'll go above. We'll go into top spot. Let's find out. Oh, wait, we're going to do the dressing room first. Outstretched arms. Magnificent. Okay, let's find out. Could it be? Damn, I keep getting it wrong. I'm sure it's disappointing. No, I appreciate what it looks like, but some of the best intentions. There we go. Great. Can we talk about that? What a great goal. Here we go. Oh, but Liverpool. Oh, no, I didn't think about it. I wasn't even paying any attention. So 3-1 away. Yeah, of course. In my head, it was all about being, yeah, okay. I was too busy focused on Man City and not enough on Liverpool. Okay. Okay. Still, excellent result. Excellent results. We're currently in second place. It's all on our hands. City lost, so they are now 8 points behind us. Chelsea are 2 points behind us, so it's super tight. Leicester now, though, 11 points behind us. So, I mean, slightly less crucial now, but, every win is so important. Yeah, so let's go forward. I want to actually just sort of have a look at that just before we go to that Leicester game. Assuming we will go to the Leicester game, we'll have a little sneaky look. Wow, what a win! What a win! Endrick's injured, 5 to 8 days. Yep. Potter's unhappy with our poor work ethic. Yep, terrific. Lots of updates there. Cashin's having a good time. Coola's having a mixed time. Baji, let's give him a big praise. Arm around him. Brilliant stuff, Rennie Baji. Rudy, yeah, where is he again? Oh, he's at Everton. Yeah, looking at Evan Ferguson. Good luck with that, mate. Neves not having the great season he had last year. Back for that press conference. I want to look at the schedule. All right, so there's 5 games left. Um, Leicester at home, Southampton at home, Forest, Palace, Bournemouth. Okay, so Bournemouth, I mean, Bournemouth closer than Leicester? No, they're just one below Leicester. Okay, so in terms of teams around us, yeah, I mean, obviously that is the game we're going to do. We'll get to that now. And I think we'll keep our eye on how Forest are doing. In the league, they're in 18th, so they're right on the cusp of surviving. Do we go away and bury them, or do we have an embarrassing game and we lose? And in losing to them, they stay up. Um, and then I don't know, maybe possibly skip to the Bournemouth game to see where we end the season. I don't know. Anyway, we'll come back to that. Yes, Leicester, it's a game. Let's go and have it. And we are back here at Hyde Park for the game against Leicester. Things have changed a little bit in the table, though. So unfortunately, Liverpool won their away game to West Ham, so a win here will not put us top. But win's crucial nonetheless. So the biggest change here is obviously, as you can see, Leicester has dropped out of European competition, and a sneaky squirrel Tottenham been slowly creeping up the table. Now they're obviously on equal points with only 2 goals separating them. There's not much in that, but we need to keep an eye on it. And we're on 66 points, Liverpool on 70, Chelsea on 64. So obviously, if we don't, I mean, even if we get a draw and they win, and they're not playing today, but if they get a win, they'll go above us. We're safe from City, we're safe from United and Tottenham at this stage. This is game 5, game 5 in the countdown. So not after this, only 4 more games to go. So there's, and you can see how very, very tight that table is down to, I mean, really down to 6th position, I think. Anyway, let's go win. Let's go win against Leicester. So we'll take the opposition instructions. I'm not going attacking, no chance. So up front, it's Firmino. I think I knew that. Okay, so Firmino drawing back. Oh, that's right. Andreas is here. Okay, actually, they caused us trouble last time, didn't they? Is that correct? I think they won their last game. Pats and Dak are out on the right. That's interesting. Madison and Tielemans in midfield, and the back four covered by Sumare. Then we've got Ben Davies. Okay, Ben Davies and Volte-Face. Volte-Face! Anyway, Hamadi Mazzocchi. I don't know. Mazzocchi. The name sounds familiar, but I don't know him. I mean, we want to win. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Now, here we are. The one change here, Rooney Baji, he's got picked up a little niggle. Thank God it was only a small one, but it does leave him out for this game. Fortunately, Buonanotte and Fresneda have that built-in relationship, the love between 2 men in a platonic sense. Hey, if not, that's cool. Anyway, so same old, with the exception of the Rooney change. Buonanotte lacking much sharpness. Looks like we're a bit jumpy again. I did restart thing. There must be some processes going on in the background. Don't know. Media credit? Give it one more go. I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, it's okay, I guess. Yeah, all right. I mean, might just leave it there. Everyone's inspired. Let's get into the tunnel. What do you think? It's about momentum. I do think it's about momentum. I think we've been good in the build up. What's the feeling? We're happy and content. Endrick picked up a little niggle, but he's recovered from that. And we've got Endrick and Blackburn on the bench. Obviously, we're a little bit, almost a little, particular up front, a little bit in the last game, even though we could win. Strong performances all across here. So win keeps us in touch with Liverpool. We won't know Chelsea Man City results this today, but we might just a little before we finish it. Anyway, let's get to it. Okay, first highlights ours. Lavia, Garnacho, he's going to shoot, and yeah, he's going to do that, and there's a lot of that. a lot of that going on this season. In fact, there's been a lot of that going on from day one. There's a lot of wild shooting. Okay, second highlight. This time Leicester. Okay, Mazzocchi, Madison. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, big save there by Slanina. So shot on target. They're 3 for 1. We have 1 for 0. I might give them an early encourage. Hey. Hmm. Okay, we're near 30 minutes. Oh, Livakovic collected the ball. There's Lavia. Sorry about that. Finds Scott, finds Ferguson. Come on, Evan. Can't do it. Fresnada's on it, but that is the highlight. All right, let's do a demand more. I tell you what, might do a bit of this, and we might do a bit of that. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens when we drop the front line, but we think more attacking. Okay, last 5 minutes of the game, we're 4 for 1. They're 4 for 1. We do have a bit of possession, so whether that's the changes I've made or not. And we are going to go into halftime 0-all. So I'm going to get straight in the dressing room and tell them I'm not happy. Not happy at all. How do we break it down? Evan's looking a bit sketchy. Buonanotte's looking a bit sketchy. Has been turning in performances like that. I'm going to leave it though. I'm going to leave it. We're going to get back into it. Let's see how we go with this. Oh, here we go. Can we get that ball? Firmino, Madison, Slonina had to come to the rescue there. Okay, it's going to be a corner outswinger from James Madison. Slonina's out. Will we? We won't. Okay, another highlight. Lavia's on it. Finds Buonanotte. Buonanotte. Nyotto's dispossessed, and it's a pen. It is a pen. We're waiting for VAR, I think, just to confirm it. I'll tell in 2D. Is it? It is. Evan, please. He's been a bit sketchy lately. Oh, he does it. Excellent. We go one up. Um, Livakovic guesses, uh, but um, but Evan's too good. I'm not going to change anything yet. I have a free kick. Scott Ferguson. Evan doubles his total, so that's a penalty. I finished with the right foot, I think it was. Look at that. Phillips finds Scott. Scott goes, you know what? That's for you, Evan. And Evan goes, right foot, inside of the right foot, slips it away. Great. Let's have a bit of a praise. Hey, see what that does. Okay. Good. Okay, 60 minutes. Okay, everyone's picked up, so I don't want to touch anything. But yeah, let's wait till 70. We're at 70 minutes. I've dropped back down to positive, so I can see Buonanotte is tired. I actually got to bring Jan Spree on for Buonanotte, and Fresnada's on a yellow. He's composed on a 6-7. I will bring on Estevez just because he's always so positive. Do I want to do anything else? Not at this stage. Pump the fists, plenty of time left. Everyone's fired up as they should be. We've come back to a highlight. Looks like the real deal too, the real deal. Madison shot and Slonina saved. 75 minutes, we're on positive. So we've dropped back a little bit, made a couple of changes. We've got a free kick, Espria. Could it be? Could it be? It's not. Is it ever? Hmm. Okay, 80 minutes. So we're going to do our usual regroup and counter. Just pull off the pressing a little bit. I'm going to stay on that low block, hey? That low block. So Lewis, I'm going to bring on Larios for Lewis. And I mean, there's a lot of tired bodies out there. There's Seguir on for Scott and Montero on for Lavia. Maybe we've found Montero's future. Um, and I think that's all she wrote for now. Please remaining. Okay, good. Everyone's fine. Let's see how we go. Last 10 minutes of the game. 2-0, 14 shots, 5 on target. They are 8 for 3 as we enter the last 5 minutes of normal time. They're going to be coming forward. Can we catch them on the break? I don't know. 4 minutes of injury time. So after 2 minutes, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go the time wasting, see if we can close things down a little bit. Does look like we're going to, and we do. Full time, 2-0. 2-0 win. Regulation 2-0? I don't know. I mean, I was a bit nervous. Evan stepped up. It's good. Um, very nice victory, in fact. A very nice victory. Certainly helps our chances. I saw the patterns. I saw the patterns. Let's see. So we get that win. Liverpool, unfortunately, get their win. But we've got to win. So it means that even if Chelsea win their game, they will still be a couple of points behind us. Still in our hands. Everything is still in our hands, really. I think what we'll do now. Look at that. Southampton are going to be in the final of the FA Cup. Wow. Good on 'em. Good on 'em. That'd be interesting if they won the cup. I think they have to win it to get into Europe, though. Postecoglou angry. 7. You're amazing. Good stuff. What I'll do is I will use my time traveling abilities, skip forward, and we'll have a look at the Chelsea result. All right, so the first crucial match here, hopefully, maybe Chelsea on Monday, maybe they're not even there. Anyway, it's Man City at home to relegation threatened Wolves. We'll be very keen to get a win here. Villa are not playing today, but they're a point above them. Let's see what happens. I should also say, wow, what an interesting look at that. Tottenham 3-1 away to Man United, FA Cup. Tottenham, Southampton, FA Cup. That's interesting. We expect Tottenham to win that, which I guess, I mean, it doesn't really help us, but certainly helps the Premier League in terms of Champions League. Okay, let's see what Man City did. Man City, yeah, comprehensive 3-0 win over Wolves. So they've slipped momentarily into fourth position. In fact, it's not momentarily. They will they? Three, yeah, they will stay in fourth regardless of what Man U do whenever they do it. So it turns out the next time we'll see Chelsea is actually the Saturday away game to Forest. So we won't see what the result of that is now. Nonetheless, look, I think they've got a very good chance of winning that unless Forest feel like, listen, a few games left, we could stay up and they fight it out. I think probably Forest, if lucky, they'll take a draw from this. It should be great. It'll keep Chelsea at bay. Obviously, Man City still around there, but 4 games, 7 point difference. Given here are the last 4 games of the season: home to Southampton, away to Forest, home to Crystal Palace, away to Bournemouth. I mean, theoretically, the one tricky game is that Bournemouth game. You can see they've had a great season regardless, but they've sort of dropped down from possible European spot down to ninth now. So, um, I mean, who knows? Who knows? Obviously going to be coming back pretty quickly. Uh, let's see how we can avoid that Forest game. The question then will be, do we uh, go to the Palace game or to the Bournemouth game? I suspect we go to the Bournemouth game because it's the end of the season, and maybe we can do a very quick wrap up um, of the season and look forward. Speaking of wrap ups, meet Fatia Basingur. He is one of our academy prospects. Now I know I dropped this in the Twitter, so I don't remember if I've had a look at him before. I think this is our first star. It's our potentially our first star. Turkish, is he a Turk of English? Yes, of course. So born in Turkey, but also has English nationality. Looks pretty darn good, doesn't he? Deep line playmaker on defend. You'd think so. 15 vision, 13 passing. Decent composure. Concentration's a bit light. Physical, sorry. I mean, he's just generally really, really good. 16 years of age. I've got him in the under 21s, yeah, under 21s, training at the moment. Driven personality. So that is excellent. There was one other youth prospect who looked quite nice. Quinton Orford, left back, 15 years of age. I mean, a bit of potential. I mean, physicals are, I mean, the mentals look pretty nice. The technicals aren't horrific. The physicals are the problem here. Obviously, his speed and all that. Have we got him? I don't think we've probably, actually, we're not even training him. So let's get him on attack. Strength focus? I don't think so. I want a weakness focus. That's what I want for Orford. And what do we have? What do we have? Basically doing deep line playmaker on a dead with endurance. Yeah, okay, I'm okay with that. Yeah, the stamina and the work rate are a little low. But yeah, look at that. I don't think I'd want this series to end without seeing someone like Fatia, regardless of, let's say in 2 seasons times we win a lot of great stuff. I would want to see this guy become a legend. You know, he's a promising midfielder right now. I guess he can't be anything more than that, but I'd like to see him become a legend of the club and have a few more academy players come through. Yeah, yeah. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to drop a like on this video if you did indeed like it. I think you could really like it. I think what this is, the antithesis of what we've been having recently. And don't forget to subscribe as always. Hopefully this will end up being a bit shorter. Well, it'll end up being shorter. Oh, that's a bit of tightening. Maybe get it super short. Anyway, that's it for now. So we're going to come back very, very quickly uh, for that Forest game. I'm hoping it'll be a game where we can draw their relegation. It's not awful. It's terrible given the amount of games I spent with Forest last season. And then the final game, well, it'll probably be Bournemouth, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, thank you again for joining me. Till next time, La Serate.